Is there a mass exodus coming here on YouTube? This is where you're probably seeing this video more than likely. It's posted in some other places, but this will be the main place you're watching it from. And I've been thinking about, I'm always thinking about big issues, and up here on the mountain, especially over the winter, with a lot of the monotonous work I do, like snow management or things like that, chopping firewood, you get a lot of time to think. And I'm thinking a lot about, my purpose here on this platform, because I've been posting here for quite a long time. I started posting, I believe it was like New Year's Day of 2014. I think that's what it was. So it's been 8 years, I guess. And I put a lot of effort into making videos here. But YouTube isn't the same to me as it was when I first started, because YouTube, I don't make a living off YouTube anymore. But what that really comes down to is that my operation, my apparatus to do business in, costs more than what YouTube could possibly even cover. So we're in other forms of business. And that is primarily selling courses. I have a membership platform called fromthefield.tv. And that's not the purpose of this video, but it's worth mentioning because, there are people out there who like to just trip on, the big thing now is calling out grifters, which is kind of funny. It seems like another Grabbler football type thing, or sort of another wag the dog thing. It's just, well, now a bunch of conservatives are making fun of each other or talking shit because somebody's making money. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. You see all these little mental hang-up games that people just get caught up in. Woo! Slippery out here. A lot of new snow. But one thing I've noticed on YouTube for myself over the last 2 or 3 years is that my views are down significantly, but my subscribers are higher than they've ever been. So it just makes you wonder, like, what am I doing here? Especially when it's clear that my content and many other people's content gets suppressed because of all the woke, this woke corporate tyranny that exists. And it is the way it is. So it's not really anything to cry about, nothing to worry about. It's something to adapt to, really. And I really noticed this the other day, actually. I was watching a guy, Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters Diving Deep. I watch his channel every now and then. And this guy's great. He's totally lovable. He's totally just raw and just genuinely, I believe, trying to help people and just put out goodwill into the world. And I'm sure he makes a great living as a content creator, as he should. But I've noticed his views on his videos are around the same as mine, probably a little bit higher, but they're in the same ballpark. And it's really interesting because the guy has 2.04 million subscribers on YouTube. Before the big event that really kicked off the Great Awakening a couple of years ago that we all know, he would get huge views. Like, this guy would post a video and within an hour it would have like 50,000 views. And you look back in his catalog, you can see his older videos have not just more views because they've been posted longer, but they have way more views in the first 24 or 48 hours, which is what people who post to video platforms really look for as a response. And I see a pattern here. I started looking at other people's channels. Not everybody, though. Some friends of mine who have become truthers, like Doug from Doug and Stacy Off Grid. He started coming out and with this stuff, and his views are higher than ever. So it's cool. There's a market for truth, and some of them get away with it, but folks like me and Ralph don't. And it makes me wonder where I want to put my effort into. And I'm not saying here that I'm going to leave YouTube, but what I think I'm trying to figure out is how much effort I put into YouTube. So it's no problem to post to multiple platforms. There's no problem with that at all. That can be, for me, automated. I mean, I have people that do that stuff for me anyways, but there are apps now that allow you to post across multiple platforms, especially the alternative platforms. I was talking to my buddy Big Bear the other day, and I'll be on a live stream with him tomorrow as I record this. at 10 a.m. PST. But I was talking to him about it, and he uses a similar thing. But what it comes down to, as far as attention given to a platform, is how much attention I pay. Because I do pay attention to the comments. Like, I'm in there. I see everybody's comments. And often I wonder if that's worth my time at all. My wife definitely says that it's not. And I can't say that I don't agree with her. But I do, because, like, a big part of the reason I make content, or guys like Owen or Ralph Smart make content, is, again, it's not the reason, but a part of it is they want to connect with people. I like people. I'm a very extroverted guy, and there's lots of content creators that aren't extroverts. But for me, it's an expression of that. I like people. And before the lockdowns and all that started, the biggest part of my living that I made after I moved on from farming in 2018 was teaching workshops and consulting. So most of my living was doing that. And I had a relatively half decent amount of money coming in from YouTube. Actually, more. I had more money coming in from YouTube when I had less subscribers, because YouTube's all about views. Subscribers, as far as the analytics go, it's sad to say, but subscribers don't mean anything. It really sucks to say, actually. 80% of your views on YouTube come from non-subscribers, and that's just their algorithm. So I don't know if that's the same for other platforms. I hope it isn't, but it's a reality here. And so, yeah, for me, it's what am I going to pay attention to? Because I could easily just post to 10 platforms, and with very little more effort than we're already putting in. It's just that I can't read the comments on 10 platforms. I refuse to. Main reason is, this is what I want to be doing, not on a phone doing that. And I do enough of that, and my wife hates it, and I don't like it either. But it's part of my business, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So I'm not making up excuses, because probably the more I rationalize it, the more reasons I'll find to not touch the damn phone at all. But I do shoot videos on it. I use a number of the apps, especially with my off-grid system, which are handy. And so whatever, there's reasons to use it. And for a lot of it, it's how I respond to people's YouTube comments. So I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. I don't know if there's a way I can put a survey in here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do a community post on YouTube and do a survey. I've surveyed you guys on this before, but I think that was it. I'm more ready to do it now, and I'm more looking at where are people spend. Whew, we get these little snow devils, like a dust devil, but with snow up here. It's really cool, beautiful. But I'm just curious, where people are spending their time. It looks to me like Rumble in the alt platforms, I could be wrong, you tell me, seems to be the one that has the market share right now, has the lion's share of market share. Maybe Odyssey, something too. So I'm only interested in video platforms. I'm not interested in going on Gab or back on Twitter, any of that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to just sit there and make posts and get in conversations and arguments with people that I don't know. Not that I'm opposed to doing that. It's just that I don't need another place to do that on top of what I already do with YouTube. And so, hey buddy, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna go hang out with my kids. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. I read all the comments, and yeah, I'm curious, because I'm not looking for more ways to spend more time on the internet. And to be totally honest, I'm always honest, but to be fully clear, my long-term goal is to not even be on the internet. I have this fantasy of just living on the land with my family, and that's all I have to do. I want to escape the money matrix. The problem is, the only way I know how to escape the money matrix, and this is totally truthful, and I'm not holding anything back, is you have to make a lot of it to do it. Despite all the potential other ways one who's looking for freedom could go. I talk about legal stuff, lawful stuff, things like that, different types of law. there's, at the end of the day, you have to create some kind of value. And if somebody else knows a way to live without creating value and not living in squalor, because see, the thing for me is I enjoy the benefits of the work I've done. I enjoy the fact that, you know, we had a nice house in Kelowna, we sold it, we moved here, so our quality of life is making a slight correction for a little while as we build this new place. But we had a nice home. We had a hot tub. I was in the hot tub, you know, all natural tub. I'd be in there morning and evening. You know, like, we lived a very comfortable, nice life, and I worked very hard for it. And I want to keep that. When Babylon is burning, I want to be, hopefully by then, when it's really just increasing more of what it already is, but when it's there, that I won't even be paying attention anymore. Because my goal is to just completely go dark and just stop doing all of this. Not because I don't love doing it. I do love doing it. It's just getting, I mean, right now the show is still entertaining. To be honest, it's still pretty entertaining. But you look at the trends, you look at the patterns, and you go, well, how long is this going to continue? And in that time frame, circling back to what we originally started to talk about in this video, is in that time frame, if I know I have to spend time online, how do I spend it? And you know, going back to YouTube too, one of the problems with YouTube, like I said earlier, is that views are not driven by subscribers. Subscribers are really only about 20% of views. If you're a YouTuber, go into your analytics and look. Go on socialblade.com and look at people's channels, and you can. That's how I look at other people's channels and see what they're doing and all that. So you can see those things. But yeah, I mean, what is the place where you get more love from the people that want to be there to enjoy what your work and reciprocate that in some way or another? What is that place? Because it can't be YouTube for much longer. I mean, YouTube will always be the first mover, so they'll always be present. But there's a market for these niches these days, and truth is a big fucking niche. So I'm optimistic because of that. Truth is a big market, and if at the end of the day the world we're living in is the money world, which is currently the case, where's that? Where is the money going for people who want to tell the truth, and how do those people who want to support the truth best support the people that are telling it? All right, I'll leave it there, folks. If you liked the video, please share it. Help me beat the algorithm. Like it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Check out my site, fromthefield.tv. It's where I post all my vlogs and the vast majority of all my content. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one.